What's up, y'all? It's your girl Gangsta Celestial. I'm back with another video. This time I'm gonna be doing a story time with y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know like basically why I actually started tarot and what is my purpose behind it. You feel what I'm saying? So let's get started. It's gonna be short and sweet. And I'm sharing my story with y'all simply because I need somebody out here to really hear my story, bro. Like the shit that I done been through, bro. I'm still seeking therapy for it. I'm still doing my inner healing. I'm still doing my shadow work. And pretty much like I have to let this platform know, like, bro, like what a nigga really been through. You feel what I'm saying? So y'all just bear with me because at the end of the day, like I never shared this shit with anybody as well as like a whole set of like people that I don't even know. You feel me? So let's get to it, right? So basically, I'm a girl from Brooklyn, right? Brooklyn, New York, as you know, the big city, the big apple, as they call it, right? So I grew up with a background of Jamaican people, right? And I thought that these motherfuckers was my family, but really and truly, like, these niggas been hiding secrets from me for like decades, and a nigga is almost 30 years old. You feel me? So it's like, bro, like the amount of shit that been hidden from me since I was a kid, it just don't make no sense. But long story short, I've been realizing since I was a child that my alleged mother, we not gonna say her name, but we gonna say S. We gonna call her S, right? SP, yeah, SP. So SP, right? She's supposed to be my alleged mother, and she barely took care of me. Like, let's really talk about it. She swears she was my mother, and she did this and she did that, and she's so entitled to me and what I have to give to her at this day and age, as old as I am. So I cut her off, cut her loose. But let's get to it. So she basically has been mistreating me mentally, emotionally, spiritually, like, and financially, most of all. You feel what I'm saying? Like, ever since I was a child growing up, I grew up with allegedly 11 brothers, but really and truly, I don't even feel like this man named B, we're gonna call him B, right? He is not even my real father. That's what I had found out most recently. He's not even my real father. And he basically had been taking care of me since I was a child. And yeah, so me growing up, I wasn't the most fortunate kid. You feel what I'm saying? I always used to walk around with like almost the same shoes every year going to school and shit. People always used to laugh at me and probably used to look down on me simply because I wasn't really like, like fly like everybody else. Everybody always had they clean shit, they clean fits and shit like that. And I always used to wear some rundown shit or some not even rundown shit, but really just like old shoes, old jackets, old shirts, like, and wearing my uniform back to back, and niggas barely even buying me new shit. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up basically like just struggling. But I always try to find my way as far as like making my own money and being independent since a kid, because niggas always showed me like, yo, like, you gotta get on your own, especially with us. Like, she barely was even taking care of me. Like, I used to like go to her room every morning, like, yo, ma, like, can I get $2 for school? Like, I need some snacks and shit. Like, she always would tell me, oh, man, I have it. Which is meaning like in English, like I don't have it, like I don't have it. She always would tell me that every fucking day. You feel what I'm saying? And I had to live with that. And living with that wasn't easy. You feel what I'm saying? Because like nigga, you gonna get tired of somebody telling you every day, like, yo, I don't have it, I don't have it. Mind you, she got it. Like she got it. First of all, you get child support off of this man named B, which is not even my real father. And You barely even buying me any clothes. So like, what you really doing with this money? You feel what I'm saying? So barely even buying anything for our brothers, right? Too. So I was growing up with two brothers or whatever. I allegedly have 11 brothers and two sisters, correct? So um it's supposed to be at least like 5 people. No, I'm lying. It's me, is D, is C, is I ain't gonna say their names, bro, because I ain't trying to get sued. Is another D, is J, and it's M, and it's me. So yeah, that's 7 of us on the S side, which is the mom side, right? And then on the dad side, I had like alleged like 6 brothers or whatever. I ain't even gonna name them out because like they ain't even important to be like, let's really talk about it. But then I had alleged sisters, 2 sisters, S and we call her, now we gonna call her Sha. Yeah, we gonna call her Sha and Ma. Yeah, Sha and Ma. Those were my 2 sisters as well too, right? So basically, yo, I started growing up and like realizing like niggas don't really got me like how they supposed to be having me, bro. Like you getting child support off this man, and you spending all this money fixing up a house, nigga. We lived in a whole house. I ain't no project baby, and I'm not throwing no shade to no project baby, alright? But I ain't been in no projects. I actually been in a house, living in a whole crib, bro. Right? Since I was allegedly like, I'd say 4 years old. Was living in Queensbridge at first, and then I moved to Queens over by Roscoe and 177, something like that. You feel me? I ain't gonna tell the whole detail, but yeah, that we lived over there. And bro, like it's just been so chaotic growing up. I have been sleeping in a basement with my 2 brothers at the time, and bro, like it wasn't easy because I used to be thirsty. I used to be hungry, and this woman used to really lock the door upstairs. Because it was like a basement that we used to stay downstairs and sleep in, and then we had the top floor, like the first floor or whatever, as you come inside of the house, and she have her own little, basically her little section, because she got her own room, and then we got the dining room, we got the living room, we got the kitchen, all that good shit, right? But she will always lock that door at nighttime and would never allow us to go upstairs at night, right? So basically, I was going through all of that growing up. I nearly even went through what they call that when they take the kids, like I don't even remember what they call it, but basically like when they try to take your children from you simply because you are neglecting your children. Yeah, she neglected me that much to the point where police had came one time and they were searching for somebody saying that they had some type of identity for da da da. I don't even remember the name, to be honest. Like it was years ago. I was 8 years old, but push come to shove, they was looking for somebody and they came into our house, bust down the crib, everything. Like it was almost like a movie, bro. But yeah, we was so scared. I was like 8 at the time. My other brother was like 2 years old to be like 10, and then the other one was basically like 14 or something like that, or possibly 12. Yeah, he was always 4 years older than me. So yeah, it was just the 3 of us, and we got caught up in there, and they was waiting until at least one of our bigger brothers would show up, because I had bigger brothers as well. The other ones were much older, like 10 plus years older, so they had to come through and just basically show niggas like yo, we good, we straight, you feel me, we alright, so that we don't be ended up in a damn foster home, right? Boom. So after that, now the most eventful change of my life was like when I was like 13, and mm, my mother just started acting really weird. Like she cut the side of my head. She cut like half of my head, bro. And I don't know what she used it for, but I honestly feel like she'd been doing witchcraft on me since I was a very young child. And we're gonna get to that. But she basically cut the side of my head. It told me that it was not growing. Like, that don't even make no sense. You feel what I'm saying? She humiliated me at a young age, and all these things I'm really trying to heal from anyway. So boom, she did that. And me and my brothers, we had to go end up living with B, which is my dad, right? We had to go live with him because he was saying, like, yo, my mother is unfit mentally to take care of us, because we used to have visitation with him, and he used to see all of the things that she would do when we would leave out of the house. She would like spray holy water on us, spin us around like 3 times. Like, yo, like, I used to go through some crazy foolishness, bro. And then on top of that, like, what give it the razzle dazzle is, like, yo, she would really be outside with the shit. Like, really, before we even step inside of the car, she be doing all this stuff and everybody watching. So this is what we had to get used to, and I was tired of it. Honestly, I was. There was a lot of times I wanted to run away, bro. So I ended up living with my pops. Allegedly, right? We ended up living with B for a little bit, and I was 13 at that time. I was switching over to high school and stuff like that, and I moved out of Queens. I moved to Brooklyn, and I was in Flatbush with B, right? And he had a whole house too, as well, in the 40s. I say in the 40s, Avenue D. I ain't gonna say exactly where, but over them type of sides. And I used to go to Canarsie High School, and like, everything had changed since then, because like, he really was showing me that he ain't my daddy. Like, he really was showing his ass. You feel me? The first year was cool. Don't get it twisted. The first year was cool. We was going to school, regular. You feel me? And everything was all good until, like, he just started with all these control issues. I understand that I was a child at that time. I was still an adolescent. I was still under 18. But like, I was just like, yo, like, why are you being so strict with me? Like, you was doing all these type of things. Like, if I don't come in exactly at the appointed time I'm supposed to be, you start locking the door on me. It was a lot of nights I had to sleep outside, literally. Like, I had to sleep outside. Good thing I had people that actually cared about me at the time. I had a homegirl that I really appreciate, bro, and she looked out for the kid, bro, and I really fucked with her, bro. Like, I was staying with Shorty anytime they used to kick me out of that crib, and I had a stepmother. We call her JJ. No, we're gonna call her Jeannie. Yeah, we're gonna call her Jeannie. Jeannie used to basically try everything in her power to get me arrested, try to get me into boot camp. And like, I was just going through living hell every day, bro. I would go to I'm in high school with this shit, like, going to school every day, complaining to my friends. They tired of my stories. Like, I was just really going through it. Nobody understand me but me, right? And I was just like, bro, enough is enough. You feel me? I had my last strike when niggas just was adamant on just keeping me out of the house. And also the time when they had basically accused me of stealing their phone, their iPhone, and all this stuff, and calling the police on me and saying that I did this and I did that, and then having my alleged brother from B side going hit me with a belt at 15. I was like, oh nah. Them times I was just like, nah, bro. And then on top of that, you didn't even want me to have a phone. Like, you didn't even want me to have a cell phone. Like, what kind of man are you? What kind of father are you? Right? So the worst thing that really rubbed me some type of way is because Sandra was basically paying him at one point with like child support through the courts, giving him money every week, and he never spent a dime on me. Okay, and there was a lot of nights I was hungry simply because I thought people was trying to poison me and all these things, acting weird. You feel me? Not even wanting me to come in the kitchen, always starting fights with me. So I started to distance myself because I'm like, this is not even fair. I don't even understand why I'm even being treated like this. This don't make no sense. So at the age of 16, I'm just like, bro, like, let me get out of here, bro. I ended up going back to S. Hey, you feel me? I ended up going back to her now, right? 16. She was carrying resentment from that time that we moved out of her house from the courts, and I didn't even know that, but at the time she was willing to take me in like it was nothing. So I was like, all right, I'm ready to run away, I'm ready to be free, let me go back to her. I thought everything was gonna be all right, everything gonna be, bread and butter, but nah. Ended up going to her crib now. I'm like 16, 17 now. I'm thinking everything is all good. No, she started shit with me